Alright, welcome back to another stream. I didn't realize Honkai Star Rail was updating today on Sunday instead of Tuesday, so here we are. I assume the servers opened up at 7 Pacific time, so about an hour and 20 minutes ago. But yeah, Honkai Star Rail 4.3, I will be doing Yao Guang pulls at some point, so my Evanescia team isn't frigging scuffed, so I'm actually able to clear Pure Fiction. But anyway, the Lethe below the living. Illusion of the End. Return to the Express and check the news. The commotion stirred up by Full Wish has come to a close, but the dark cloud shrouding Phantasmoon has yet to clear. The Phantasmoon games, the world on canvas, Shuhu's flesh, a Lord Ravager. There are just too many thorny issues to deal with, and it's getting a little hard to breathe. Deep breaths echo deep breaths. March seems to be watching the news. Let's go see what's happening with Plain Arcadia. During the events of Star Rail Fest, Asheville discovered what the happiness surgery truly entails, implanting the flesh and blood of the abominations of abundance. Given the gravity of the situation, we decided to go to Graphia Academy and first launch an investigation into Full Wish. During the course of events, we unexpectedly crossed paths with Full Wish herself, also a survivor of the Bloodsin Games. She openly joined the Phantasmoon Games and invited the supplicants to travel to Seafeld City, where the winner would be decided in a televised debate. During our exchange with Full Wish, Himiko realized that Full Wish might be a masked fool. As a result, I asked Sparksy to investigate the tavern for leads, and through that we identified Full Wish's ability, the happiness syntax. Evanescia and Yao Guang established a cooperation agreement. After Evanescia's attempt to assess Full Wish and her capacity as arbitrator failed, they encountered Blade and his group and learned that the flesh implanted in the happiness surgery originated from Shuhu, an emanator of abundance. Sorry. Himiko and I went to the TV station to take part in the debate and met up with Sunday in Asheville, who had arrived ahead of us. However, the debate turned out to be a carefully orchestrated trap. In full view of the public, all those who had undergone the surgery transformed into terrifying monsters, and Full Wish framed both the IPC and the Astral Express as the masterminds behind it all. When the disaster erupted, Evanescia willingly violated a forbidden taboo and revealed the real purpose of the Phantasmoon Games, to suppress the terrifying entity slumbering within Plain Arcadia. Through this act, she unlocked the original power of the Ambrosial Arbor within herself and intervened in the unfolding situation. Okay, this is not something that I really picked up on or understood last time. I know she said, like, she was afraid of her other self, sort of the one with the, was it green eyes, yellow eyes? Because she has blue eyes in her playable state, in her usual state. But yeah, I didn't quite understand that part. At the same time, Silverwolf, entrusted by Pearl, set out to investigate the anomalous signal responsible for the monster's emergence, only to be obstructed by Mr. Meanie. Hello, Mr. Pramod. As the force backing Full Wish, he wields tremendous power, powerful enough to interfere with the Stellon Hunter's script. Yes, the elation can interfere with the finality. Although he's not an emanator of elation himself, I don't think. He's just the Lord Ravager meant to oppose the emanation, the elation. Meanwhile, Full Wish continued to livestream our moments in the TV tower, distorting the truth by every possible means. Drawing upon the wish power of 200,000 victims, she manifested the Meanie Phantasmoon in an attempt to defeat us individually. Thankfully, Silverwolf regained the power of the Ether cartridge level 999 and dealt with it before it was too late. After overcoming every obstacle in our path, we reached the top of the TV tower and confronted Full Wish head-on. Drawing on the People's Wish power, she briefly held the upper hand. Ultimately, I used the Stellon within me to bear that wish power, thereby stepping onto the path of elation and defeating her once and for all. I don't really understand though, how do I know how to use the Stellaron, is the thing. I don't know. Even so, those who had undergone the surgery did not recover. At Blade's proposal, everyone joined forces to concentrate all of Shuhu's flesh within his body, freeing the victims from the influence of the happiness surgery. Just when I thought the crisis was over, Evanescia requested that I warn the creator of the world on canvas. According to her, Asat Pramod, the Lord Ravager who once attempted to eliminate Plain Arcadia, has returned again. Bunny! She's a fox! A fox! Seafeld City has been severely affected by the incident. Citizens are advised to remain patient and await assistance. Moving on to our special segment, the Phantom Moon Brief. Meh. Wait, hold on. I need to put condescending as the track. Do I even have it unlocked? Please tell me I have condescending unlocked. You're kidding me. Why do I not? I have to buy it? You're kidding me. Oh, let's put Seaside Town, actually. I like Seaside Town as well. Hello, March. You're back, Echo. The incident that happened at Foolish TV is causing a huge stir. Come watch the news. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our brand new segment, The Phantom Moon Brief. I'm your host, Poofy. Hi, everyone. This is your old friend, Snowy. Well then, as the Phantom Moon games reach a boiling point, and for reasons that need no explanation, we're now joining Duo Mention TV to bring you live coverage of the latest and most critical news updates. Yes, we are, and after the director of Foolish TV and sponsor of the Research Society of Happy Smiles, Foolish, announced that she was joining the Phantom Moon games, that terrifying tragedy of 15 years ago once again swept through this eonic game. The supplicant debate, slated to take place at the Seafeld TV tower, was cut short when out-of-controlled imaginary known as Joy Ascendants. That's what they're calling them now? Imagine? They're calling them Imagine? Those are people, buddy. Like, people not created from Imagenesis. Appeared suddenly and launched an attack. The Imagenesis plague centered on Seafeld City spread rapidly. Even Foolish herself turned into a monster atop the Seafeld TV tower. As of the latest reports, nearly 200,000 human and Imagine inhabitants across planet Arcadia have been affected by the plague. Countless individuals are injured or missing, and total losses are estimated to have reached 8.6 billion credits. And in a chilling echo of the Bloodstained games 15 years ago, footage left behind by Foolish points to the disaster as the work of supplicants from beyond the sky. Alright. She identified the culprits as the famed cosmic hero Echo of the Astral Express and the one criminal, Star Hunter Blade, claiming they were responsible for the tragedy. But a spokesperson for the Department of Aberration Defense said the disaster was planned and executed by Foolish herself through her organization, the Research Society of Happy Smiles. They added that the investigation will continue and the organization will be shut down. How familiar that sounds. 15 years ago, they made the same excuses. What is the real story behind this? The Phantom Moon Brief will continue to keep you updated. Over 500 years ago, a prophet made a prediction. In year 1999, a terrifying devil will descend from the sky. Will this prophecy come true? Can Plain Arcadia safely make it through this crucial year? We will have to wait and see. Shame on them. How can they just say things like that on TV when it's not even confirmed? Welcome to... Yeah, propaganda. And the internet is flooded with fake news about it too. Sounds like the internet. And there's two hosts. Aren't they from Foolish TV? Yup. They were spreading nasty stories about you on the news before. Now look, they've immediately jumped ship after what happened to Foolish. Yup. Classic media behavior. Well, they need to make a living somehow. Since when do you get so understanding? What do you mean? I'm happy you made it back safely, but somehow you just don't seem quite the same. Yeah. My mask is worse. I like my raccoon mask. I know, Echo, you're trying to grow up and leave me behind. Don't tell me you're becoming your next Dan Hong. Wait, she actually looks angry. Why does it look like she's, like, kind of squinting a tiny bit at me? Oh, I guess she kind of, yeah. Oh, is this what it takes to become a hero? Is turning into Dan Hong really that? Turning into March might be worse. And it's so cute and lovely. What's the problem with that? Alright, tell me about what happened at the TV tower. I've heard Dan Hong and Sunday's side of the story, but I haven't heard yours yet. I got knocked off, and then something and something I started flying back. You tell March 7th and everything about the battle at Seafeld TV tower. So Foolish had people undergo the happiness surgery to implant Shuhu's flesh into their bodies, and that ended up causing this disaster? Yep. And you guys stopped the mutation from spreading, but all you managed to do was temporarily seal Shuhu's flesh inside Blade. Gotta temper it, somehow. Oh, hello incoming viewers, thank you for joining the stream. Just got started with Honkai Star Rail 4.3 main story. And then you mentioned that Nesha, the one we met at Star Rail Fest, is actually the Famous Moon Games arbitrator? No wonder she could draw a mask for you. And she also asked you to go deep into the world and canvas to warn, who's it again? Graphia. The name is Graphia. Who's that? Himiko's ancestor, girl. Yes, Graphia. Himiko's ancestor. She's an artist from 1,000 years ago. Himiko's ancestor? She's still alive? Wait, that's not even the most important part. I should ask you to warn Graphia that the Lord Ravager, Asat Pramod, is back? Why does the Express have such bad luck? By this point, well, whenever we go on vacation, I'm always ready to deal with random problems. But running into another Lord Ravager while on vacation? This is way over the line. The Lord Ravager, Evanesh's request, Shuhu's flesh and Blade's body, and the unfinished Famous Moon games. Suddenly there's so many things to deal with. Feels like we're juggling a bunch of eggs all at once. One slip and it's all gonna go splat. Echo, are you okay? No. No. I'm okay. Canvas just giving me a thing. I'm tired. Let's just give it all up. I've been infected by the Niobe. I shouldn't have asked so many questions. I didn't mean to stress you out or make you worried. I'm gonna go take them in and collect myself. So many things to deal with right now. What should I do next? Nah, I've had a long day. I should just get some rest. Meh. 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 I'm asleep on the couch. Yes. A sofa with a plush velvet surface like a cradle. The moment you sit down, you practically melt into it. Am I dreaming, Acheron? Are you gonna come to my dreams again? Or something. The static from the news broadcast marches relentless questioning, the looming presence of the Lord Ravager, the dangerous flesh writhing on Blade's body, and the future of Famous Moon games. All these tangled problems had knotted themselves into one chaotic mess. What can you do? You're just a poor little raccoon. You want to unravel the mystery, but now you're tangled up in its threads. You struggle uselessly for a bit, then give up, letting fatigue shroud your eyes in darkness. Shh, Welt. She's tired. Let her sleep. No, I'm awake. You never knew you could sleep this much. You're obviously tired. I never thought this vacation would become the prelude to yet another major war. Why are you talking to me when you were just saying to let me sleep? As a nameless, I am not surprised. There's so much to deal with and I don't know where to begin. My very first step to trouble has always followed the nameless. But this is way too much. Look at you now. Takes me back to when I got the express, when I first got the express run again. Aside from Pom Pom, I was the only crew member on board, constantly stretched thin and feeling out of my depth. All I could do was note every problem in the navigation log one by one. The world's coordinates that needed an update, a glitch in the Express's warp system. Notes were as dense as the coordinates on the astral charts, leaving me completely overwhelmed. Back then, I never imagined the Astral Express would one day have to face the Lord Ravager, but strangely now that the time has come again, I'm not panicking at all. Come to think of it, it's because of you, because of all of you. Along the way, we have defeated 2 Lord Ravagers. Nameless, who guided me here, who guided me before I set out, once told me, keep moving forward and the obstacles that once felt impossible to conquer will soon be behind you. And along the way, you'll find companions who are just like you. I've seen you grow through the Famous Moon games, becoming someone others can trust and lean on, and I heard the declaration you made atop the tower. Echo, I'm truly proud of you. That's why I want to share a story from the past with you, a promise from 15 years ago. Is it about how Himiko got the express running again? I promised someone that when the moon over my hometown was full again, I would go back to see her, to let her know I had made the most of this borrowed life, and found companions I could trust with all my heart. What do you mean, borrowed life? Hold up, is this what the trailer was talking about when the narrator, who I could not recognize, was saying Himiko never left plain Arcadia? Borrowed life? I'm gonna assume that the someone she promised to was Graphia. But the part to let her know I have made the most of this borrowed life. Okay, yeah. So it's already like all but explicitly stated, from what I can tell, that from the trailer, that we're having some form of Himiko boss fight. I mean, that character, whatever, had a lot of resemblance to Himiko. And yeah, there was that part where it said like Himiko never left Plain Arcadia, and then it showed someone in the wheelchair. Okay, gonna have to see how this goes down. I wanted to share the story with you all, the story of how my journey began. Can't wait to hear it. How come you've never mentioned it before? Because it's a long story filled with many memories of my past. I'd also like to invite you all to the place where I repaired the Express and tell you everything bit by bit. Alright, it's a deal. When I return from the world in canvas, you can make us... let Shush make us some coffee. Then we'll settle in and listen to your song. I don't want coffee. Give me, like, milk tea or something. Speaking of the world in canvas, March told me about what Evanesha said to you. Evanesha's request was not made lightly, and she was worried for a reason. Silverwolf saw that Lord Ravager in action. Too. According to the records from the databank and the IPC's investigations, Assault Pramod's campaigns often span centuries, and the planets he targets all end up destroyed in freak accidents, leaving their surfaces covered in only smiling faces. 1,000 years ago, my ancestor Graphia created the world on canvas. If that was to resist Assault Pramod's invasion of Ahatopia, then this disaster unleashed through the Phantasm Games. Then could this disaster unleashed through the Phantasm Games be the prelude to his next invasion? It astonishes me that Graphia is still alive. Yeah. That's the first of many mysteries. Based on our family history, we're clearly not descendants of any long-lived species. Quite the opposite. The weathering curse has shortened my family's lifespan for generations. What could my ancestors have gone through to still exist today? That too leaves me deeply curious. Could you tell me more about Graphia? There are far too many legends about her. It's hard to tell what's true and what's not. Only two things are beyond doubt. First, beyond the Sindarth Age, she created countless Imaginae and sent them into battle against the demon legions from beyond. Second, near the end of one of the Phantasm games, she created the world in canvas to shelter inside it what was left of civilization and life. Which means she is not only familiar with Assault Pramod, but has also witnessed the manifestation of the Eon of Elation. What? Okay, she witnessed Aha's birth. Kind of. She was alive when it happened. Okay, so Aha's a baby then. Actually, how long ago did Noose ascend? Frick. And Nanook is also a baby essentially too, right? How long ago did Nanook ascend? But the world in canvas. Nobody knows just how big the plane Graphia created actually is. Over 140 years ago, the IPC tried to salvage the world in canvas, but they were only able to reconstruct part of it in the real world. That portion became what we know as Plain Arcadia. So this entire physical planet is not even the size of Plain Arcadia. Okay, well. Legend has it that Graphia used a vast ocean as her canvas and channeled the power of elation to step into the painting, which means she has not only seen Assault Pramod, but she has also seen the elation descend in all their glory. Where do I begin? Good question. As for who in Plain Arcadia knows Graphia and the world in canvas best, it's probably Pearl. She was sent here by the IPC. She should have some clues to guide us in the right direction. By the way, General Yao Guang is here. She says she wants to talk to you in private. She has found a time where she will not just randomly teleport away. Good news, bad news? Not sure if she comes with good news or bad news. She brought a little gift from the Shenzo, though. Mung bean soda. Go talk to General Yao Guang then. Don't keep her waiting. After that, come to the party car and fill us in on your next move. I'm gonna have some water. Oh frick, hold on. Alright. Nice to meet you, Isvara. Why are you calling me that? I always thought the arbitrator of Anesha would step in and punish Foolish for the disaster she caused, but to my surprise, it was you who defeated Foolish. In my capacity as an Arbiter General, I extend my deepest gratitude to you for halting the plague and sparing countless lives from suffering. You're too kind, General. General, you want to talk to me in private? What am I? Well, I'm about to tell you something Evanesha risked breaking the rules to share with me. Please keep it a secret. Not a word of this leaves the Express. Sealed within Ahatopia's core is Ouroboros the Veracity. Why does saying that break the, rules, though? Or risk breaking the rules? Or is Evanesha's, other form tied to the Veracity? That's cosmic level bad news. You mean the Leviathan that can swallow whole planets? That Ouroboros the Veracity? Looks like you know a thing or two about Ouroboros. I've seen that terrifying thing in Herda Simulated Universe. That was so long ago. I know that was in the original Simulated Universe. Maybe not 1.0 Simulated Universe, but it was there before, Golden Gears is one of the more recent ones. It was there before Swarm Disaster, I'm pretty sure. Rumor has it they were last seen during the era of the Swarm Disaster. They were hardly there to aid the Swarm, but rather to attend a cosmic level feast, in which the Swarm served merely as appetizers and the planets they passed were devoured as the main course. No one expected them to be here of all places, sealed away on this very planet after vanishing for years. Sealed? Are they dead? The true situation remains unknown, but with this information we can understand why Asap Pramod set his sights on this world. Aren't you a little afraid facing a huge disaster like this? I've seen worse. I have a poker face. Interesting, you wouldn't flinch even if a star fell upon you. A true Asvara. I literally did a get down, Mr. President, for March to body block a Kamehameha from a Doomsday Beast. It's still a little weird to me how a Doomsday Beast, I think it was said, can destroy a planet, but it's just the visual scale of it and its abilities, at least that we see it in game, they just don't match. So it's just a little there's a bit of a disconnect. Fortune follows when fate hits its lowest ebb. Every crisis comes with an opportunity. On takedown, gain 200 movement speed for 0.75 seconds. Now that we know a force capable of devouring stars is deep in slumber at this planet's core, perhaps we could make it devour the problem inside Blade's body. Might just be a risky path worth taking. Blade has agreed to my proposal and will venture into the world on canvas to seek out the Veracity. From what I've heard, you're going there as well? I cast a divination and the hexagram shifted between the Marsh and Fire trigrams, sealing the judgment. Heaven and Earth are separate and apart, but the work they do is the same. In other words, though your paths may differ, you are destined to intersect. Is it going to be Blade's funeral? A funeral or an adventure? Will it be a battle with only a 1 in 10 chance of survival to tear away his flesh from his body and eliminate the Shenzo's arch-enemy? Or will it be a journey in which he settles all grudges and never looks back? It all depends on how he perceives it. Blade agreed to my proposal, even though that little Stellaron hunter girl won't stop objecting. General, are you betting everything on me? Betting? No, I don't see it that way. We're not chips laid on a gambling table, nor dice tossed at someone's whim. We trust in people, in ourselves, and in those beside us, knowing they can change the course of even the most desperate battle. That belief is what gave you the strength to overcome Foolish. It is also the only reason I stay for this world. My purpose has never changed. I'm going to draw the elation into my divination and overturn a fate marked for great woe. I have a plan for how to handle Asap Pramod if he strikes unexpectedly, but I still need more hands to make it work. Looks like the Phantasm games will have to come to an end soon. What miracle could cap off these games better than a finale that humbles a Lord Ravager? It will be a tribute to the elation. The shadow of the Lord Ravager looms, and from here on, everyone must carry their part of the burden. I'll take my leave first. Before I set out, I still want to say a few words to everyone. Why do I have so many... There's... Did I get visited by that many people? By 2350 people? Wait, did I even... Hold on. Wait, hold on. Give me... I chose the wrong option. Here we go. What are they all up to over there? Why is 2 different tracks playing at the same time? Oh, there you are, Echo. We were waiting for you. What are you all doing here? We're here to celebrate the Astral Express making it through another trial, of course. Pom-Pom's heard all about your latest adventure. It's a modest celebration, but a meaningful one. You stopped Foolish's scheme, and that is no small achievement. Regardless of what the people in Plain Arcadia or the media may say, we raise a glass to you. Shush's coffee? Can I have a soda? Exactly, you knocked out the mastermind behind all those creepy joy... whatever the name is. I didn't get to see it myself, but Don Hung described it for me. You killed it. Your victory gave Blade a chance to free himself from Shuhu's flesh. Thank you, Echo. With the Lord Ravager looming on the horizon, everyone will soon be heading off to finish their own missions. Before that, it felt right to have a small gathering like this. Now, let's make a toast. Here's to everyone who fights to protect this Arcadia. And here's to all of us. The Lord Ravager can throw whatever he wants at us, but I know the Astral Express will keep streaking across the stars. Thank you, everyone. To all of us. Thank you, all of you. Having you by my side is what gives me the courage to face the future. I'll carry this strength with me through the rest of my journey. Cheers! Glasses clink together like our hearts beating as one. After finishing the drinks, the nameless each enjoy a brief moment of respite. Ew. 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 Sonny? Echo, did you need something? Right here alone. I need a break. I felt worn out since coming back from Seafeld TV Tower. Right now it feels like I'm back in Oak Manor's banquet hall. All those parties, no matter how tired I was, I'd have to clutch my glass and smile, keeping myself calm. Mr. Yang insisted I should get a full day of sleep, but I didn't want to miss the chance to toast with you all. Thank you for being with me on this journey. I should thank you for letting me embark on this journey. Oh, okay. I guess they probably result in the same thing. Oh goodness, I feel like there are some split dialogue options from last time that I said something like I'll look it up what the other one would say, and then I just forgot. Oh, yeah. Hello, old man. Echo, I heard from Sunday about how the televised debate went. We won this battle because of you. How's the situation in Dimension City? The streets were in chaos, traffic ground to a halt, and wispy littered the ground. It was like a scene straight out of a disaster movie. When the televised debate began, a crowd outside the station gathered to protest the Astral Express and nearly broke through the barricades. But the moment the joy sentence appeared, they scattered without a second thought. I guess people know deep down which is more dangerous, a made-up villain or an actual threat. But I'm more concerned about you, Echo. I'm feeling... me? I've seen the footage of your fight with Foolish. When you returned to the top of the tower, an enormous surge of power seemed to erupt from you. It reminded me a lot of when I saved you at the Herta space station. Did you tap into the power of the Stellaron? Yeah, and like I said before, I'm not exactly sure how we know how to do that. Maybe. I don't know. From what I can see, you're in pretty good shape right now. The Stellaron can be awakened by wish, but its immense power always has a way of warping reality. As the wave of wish power surged toward you, it brought hope and blessings, but also dark intentions and malice. What might it do to the Stellaron? We have no idea. Be careful with this power you have, no matter how tempting it may seem. Is that the reason why the mask itself changed too? Anyone else? Pom Pom. Pom Pom is happy. Oh, it's you, Echo. Pom Pom heard you've got a solo mission coming up. Be safe, will you? Conductor, do you remember anything from before the Express got back up and running? Sadly, Pom Pom can't remember most of what happened right after the Express crashed into this world. Pom Pom's memory of those years is like a fogged up Express window. No matter how hard Pom Pom tries, Pom Pom just can't wipe it clean. Oh. But it's okay. After passenger Himiko repaired the Express, Pom Pom got to share a one-of-a-kind journey with all of you. How did you and Himiko meet, Pom Pom? How did passenger Himiko appear? That's odd. Pom Pom can't remember a thing. All Pom Pom recalls is having a long and fuzzy sleep, then being awoken by a knock at the door. And just like that, passenger Himiko was on board. The day passenger Himiko knocked, it felt like Pom Pom was waking up from a dream. The Express's heart started beating again, and the lights flickered on, one after another. Pom Pom, have you heard of the name Graphia? Graphia? Pom Pom hasn't. But Pom Pom always has dreams of strangers when Pom Pom sleeps. They seem to be bustling around the Express, and there are soft clinking and clanking sounds, just like the sound of stars twinkling. But every time Pom Pom wakes up, their faces slip away. Pom Pom is only left with the warm and comforting feeling, knowing that someone had taken good care of Pom Pom. Conductor, it's time for me to say goodbye. Safe trip. Pom Pom will take care of the Express while you're away. There you are. March and I were talking about you. To miss me? Worried about you. Worried about me? What about? You, me, and March. The three of us. Exactly. The power trio of this Express. This trip to Plain Arcadia is the first time we weren't necessarily working together toward a common goal. You dove into the Phantasm games, I crossed paths with that relentless old friend and foe again. As for March, well, she spent her time wandering and eating, her perfect little vacation. Oh, wait, hold up. How come all I get is the wandering and eating? I grabbed plenty of comics as well. I call it cultural exploration, with a little extra time for me to recharge, of course. Right, Echo? Now that we're having this little break, it hit me that I might have neglected you in March. You're overthinking it. Dunhung, we are peers. Why are you suddenly acting like the adult here? We don't actually know who's the oldest, do we? Dunhung is a Vidyadhara. I mean, like, Dunhung as Dunhung, I guess, might be the youngest. But, like, as Dunfeng or whatever, we don't know. March, all we know is that she was found in 6th phase ice. We don't know how long she's been around in that or before that. Well, it's... Well, we know Dunhung is a long-lived species, but us two, we don't know. We could be. Blade has accepted General Yao Guang's proposal. Perhaps he has finally moved on from past grudges and that abundance curse, and now is ready to do something for himself. It's going to be a path fraught with danger, so I'd hope to accompany him for a bit longer, but he refused. From now on, I will turn my attention to this world. What are you gonna do next? Mr. Yang and I have been asked by General Yao Guang to help with setting up some defensive formations. I've got work to do too. Mr. Ashfield wanted to accompany him to the tavern to investigate clues about Assault Pramod. Yours truly figured she'd been resting long enough, and it was time to stretch her legs, so I volunteered. Can't believe we're splitting up again. Stay safe, don't make me worry too much. No problem, when you come back, you'll have to share everything you saw in the world on canvas. Wait, is that... Those 2 tracks, is it actually put... No, there's no way. Just in time, Echo. I've talked to Madame Pearl. She'll handle all the arrangements for our passage, so you can enter the world on canvas to find my ancestor Graphia. Pearl is so efficient. When should I set off? Actually, I hoped you could take some time to rest first. Once you're fully rested, you may make your way back to the dock in Seafeld City. Madame Pearl has a special ship waiting for you there. It will take you to the border between this world and the world on canvas, a place known as Inkford Hermitage. That's your final stop before entering the world on canvas, a place to gather your supplies and rest up before you set out on the journey ahead. I know you'll have to go alone this time, but I don't think it'll be dangerous. After all, that realm was created by Graphia, my ancestor. The thought of it makes me feel calm in a strange but comforting way. If you get to meet her, please give her my regards. Wait, so normal Himiko doesn't wear the astral ticket as her earring. Does Himiko Nova wear the ticket as her earring? Himiko, you're not coming with me? I am indeed quite curious. I'd love to see this ancestor of mine for myself and hear her story with my own in her own words. Hear her story in her own words. But someone must stay here and keep watch. Madame Pearl wishes to confer with me and General Yao Guang about our next steps in dealing with Assault Pramod. So, I'll be entrusting this mission into the world on canvas to you. Will I still have internet? Will the phone still work? Can we still text each other? In our group chats and whatever? Go ahead. Set out once you've rested up. I'll be here with Walt and the others waiting good news from you. Hello, Toji. In other words, that woman wants you to take Shihu and jump straight into the veracity and leave the rest of to the Eon stomach acid. And this is between me and him, right? Why are you tagging along? Relax, I'll say my goodbyes and be gone. He knew... Ashvale knew him when he was Yingxing. A dignified funeral. Huh. If you ask me, this ending is indeed grand enough. Is it dignified, though? I don't know about that one. I don't care about any of that. There's only one thing I care about. Does he have to die? It's what he wants! But that's just because he's continually suffering, I guess. Here's a piece of advice, little club. Yeah. They're both old dudes. Whether he lives or dies is his choice. That's the one thing you don't get to decide for him. It has landed. This is such a nice scene. The frick? It's very simple, it's very plain, but it's such a nice scene somehow. It reminds me a little bit of Spirited Away, actually, when she was waiting for the train. Huh? Yeah. Nothing, just a seabird landing on the rocks. A blade forged in mortal steel cannot sever an undying fate. If Shihu is to be put down, the options are few, and that Leviathan is one of them. In time, people will say this: the culprit of the Jumin gave his life for the greater good and plunged into the abyss alongside the abomination. I'm not as noble as you make it sound. Many years ago, you invited me to join the Galaxy Rangers. I refused for one reason. I'm a petty man. I was never born to carry some greater good. This is between Shihu and me, nothing more. Can't argue with that. Galaxy Ranger through and through. Whoa, what? He's saying that's exactly, is he saying that's exactly how a Galaxy Ranger would sound? Are all the Galaxy Rangers petty and stuff? I mean, okay, Boot Hill, like, I guess he does fight for justice, but he's like, he really wants Oswald's head. And Rappa, Well, I'm sure Rappa would want to deal with Dr. Primitive too, but it's like, at the very least, it's not as clear. It's like if that's her main objective or just like, in general, just fighting for justice. Well done. I won't say anything more. Blade, you sure about this? She... She sounds like she's almost going to cry. For years, death has clung to me like a curse etched into my bones. If there was a chance to make a god feel the same pain, I would do it, even if this body is reduced to ash. As for everyone else, there's no need to drag them into this. We'll proceed as Yao Guang proposed. Bury Shifu at the end of the world on canvas, taking me with him, and let the veracity dissolve us both. Take care. How about you stay as well? You might as well see it through to the end with us. Maynard Katie has bigger problems that need my attention. Your instincts are right. That meanie pulling strings from shadows is none other than Assault Pramod. Who else would want to kick Aha's head like a ball? So, I need to get back and finish my job. Investigating Lord Ravager sounds like a job you don't come back from. Therefore, it also pays very well. I forget, what does he need the money for? I forgot. I vaguely remember him saying something like he's supporting someone with the money, but I can't remember exactly. Then here's hoping you live long enough to collect your payment. Every time, when it's just the two of us, you go quiet. You know what I'm going to say. The seabird's flown off. Bing bong. It's time for us to go too. Alright, this weird station. The terrace lumbering at the heart of Plain Arcadia is Ouroboros. After the storm disaster, the veracity vanished, never to appear again for more than 700 Amber Eras. 700 Amber Eras! And an Amber Era can go up to what? It was, I can never remember. It's at least 200 years. They're not always 200 years, but they can. What? How long ago was the storm disaster then? What? How long did the effects last then? Because Glamoth, or at least by the time of Firefly, the storm disaster had ended, but they were still fighting like the remains, the remnants of it. my whole sense of time and scale in this is messed up. What the frick? Okay, but yeah, that's a really long time ago. Their last rumored sighting was 500 years ago. History fictionologists claim that Ouroboros lies in wait at the edge of the cosmos, guided by their children, awaiting the day of their return. Also, yeah, Storm Disaster was also so long ago, I don't remember a lot of the lore. Or I barely remember any of the lore, actually. I don't remember how much... I don't even remember how much of it I actually read. I just know that I got carried through it by... I think it was Acheron Welt. Welt was just like making it so they basically never attack. But then I found out, wow, Abundance is like... picking Abundance path instead of Nayoldi path just lets you basically get as many blessings as possible. And overhealing still converts to damage and whatever. I've heard that story before, but it wasn't about the edge of the cosmos. It was pure point. They say that the preservation is nothing more than a facade, and the IBC is, in truth, a cult devoted to the veracity. Organic life has quite the imagination. They've said other things too, that Louis Fleming seeks to ascend as the Eon evolved, that the Council of Mundanites are mere hounds of Dr. Primitive, that the marketing development department colludes with the destruction, turning a blind eye to the spread of Stellarons. What the frick was that? What if IPC is a cult devoted to the veracity? They tried to get everything, right? Get all the money. Hyper late stage capitalism. They're even trying to get planets and whatever with Topaz and something. Such rumors are endless. I believe the general should be able to tell which are true and which are not. I've never heard the last one, so let's assume it's the only one that's true. Come here, come to my side. Just one more step, one more. Such a terrible breath. Once this Leviathan awakens, the Arcadia's destruction would be all but instantaneous. For now, this remains conjecture. The sealed remains appear to be a husk that Ouroboros once shed. Why it's here and how it's connected to the elation remain unknown. Yet even a fragmented remnant of an Eon is a threat that can't be ignored. The calamity of the Leviathan must not be allowed to re-emerge in this world. Naturally, that is why I'm here, and it's about time for the two nameless to arrive. Oh, here, just on time. General Yao Guang, as instructed, warding talismans have been placed at over a dozen sites across plain Arcadia. My thanks. It was Mr. Young's talent of creation out of nothing that allowed us to reproduce dozens of plumes, and complete the deployment with such speed. Now with Yin and Yang aligned, all four aspects in place, as long as we set up the last formation core, the Decolite reflection barrier will be complete. Using the divine eye of the spiritist to weave a giant web, one that ensnares countless possible futures. General, have you truly made up your mind? The Shuhu has been eradicated, the signs of doom has not faded. On the contrary, they grow ever clearer. After much consideration, the source can only be this restless corpse. One crisis is yet to pass and another is already upon us. This Arcadia's ley lines... Ley lines? What? Genshin? We're already riddled with scars, and now even the ancient trees seal is starting to loosen. Well, Evanesha is asleep. Someone must take her duty to guard this place. But defending isn't the way of the hunt. If you don't want to become the prey, you must become the hunter. Wait, so is she actually... She's actually asleep. Are the Phantasm Moon games considered finished? No, Evanesha, no. General, do you intend to go on the offensive and suppress the remains of the veracity? How could I? The Joyseeker could barely confine that husk using the abundances of ambrosial arbor as its cage. I'm not that arrogant as to place myself alongside the gods. I'm not here to guard against an Eon, but against a lesser menace. Lord Ravager Asat Pramod. This barrier is prepared for him. Asat Pramod has been meddling with the game from the shadows. His intentions unclear. We know little about him or the veracity. By chance, however, a friendly citizen has provided us with intel. What was that again? Ouroboros' remains are in Ahatopia, aren't they? What the frick? What's with all the... Are those eyes? What's with all the eyes? Silence is an answer in itself. I've seen that reaction too many times. Playable Kuchiba 1? I'm not surprised that you were first to discover it. You were in the Torn Scroll too. The probability of you noticing was 24%. That's a little low, don't you think? I'd put it at well over 90. What I don't understand is this. There are countless ways to verify your hypothesis, yet you chose the most unconventional one. You bypassed security and broke into the building to confront me in person. What is your objective? This is no confrontation, it's a warning. Madam Pearl, I'm a security officer, and there is only one reason I'm here. While everyone else is fixated on the Phantasman games, only the Department of Aberration Defense is watching other places. Like the location where the new Herald of Death case was closed? Correct. The incident involved 4 Daybreak Warriors, 3 nameless, 1 detective, and 1 officer. But just moments ago, a 10th set of footprints appeared at the scene. Wait, who's the officer? After the investigation, we learned that the traces were left deliberately, a blatant provocation. The Lord Ravager bent on destroying the elation came uninvited. Make no mistake, Plain Arcadia is the stage he chose with care, and drawing the abundance into the fray was hardly a whim. Our top priority is to dispose of Chihu's flesh properly to prevent it from falling into the wrong hands and causing another calamity. That said, we cannot afford to ignore Assault Pramod's next move. This giant web is prepared for that very purpose. Once the entire plan is folded into the divination's trajectory, under the gaze of the Omniscia, all possibilities will be laid bare. When that time comes, he won't wish to leave any footprints behind. One final question. Why did the Lord Ravager choose to visit this place? Does he have an ulterior motive, or is this merely some twisted joke? That question should be left to the professionals. Don't forget, we have a detective who can't seem to rest. Let's hope the accumulation of variables can tip the scales in our favor. Alright. Disappear for a moment. And so, the people set out, and the gondola bound for distant lands set sail. I can't tell whose voice this is. I don't think it's a song from Mons. At the end of the world, the elation once again declared war upon the veracity. Free little humans. Ouroboros split their mouth wide open. Whoever can fill my whole mouth with but a single thing shall receive a reward. My tongue! The fool known as the Shepherd captured a comet, but it wasn't even enough to fill the gap between the veracity's teeth. The bartender Brage opened the wine cellar, yet they only grew drowsy, drifting off to sleep. And en route, he crept up to the veracity's ear and told them a corny joke. The veracity pondered it for 10 amber arrows, then burst into laughter at their own amusement. En route spread his hands and said, "See, I filled her mouth with laughter." Oh, that's okay. He waited for 2,000 years. Then what happened? We're listening to a... Of course, golden tea. Of course. Then the veracity said, "Are you kidding me?" And with that, they opened their gaping maw and tore en route to pieces. What kind of nonsense is that? Those are the facts, my inquisitive auditor. If you want to hear more stories, you're welcome to discuss with your classmates. March is confuzzled. We came here to investigate the veracity and Assault Pramod, but all we got were stories that only a 3-year-old would believe. It's literally the eons. Anything can happen. Rumors don't just appear out of thin air. It's just a matter of how much truth you think they hold. At least 90% of that was made up. Sometimes that last 10% is all you need. Hey. Hey. Plenty of bystanders around. Let's hear what they have to say. I'm going to detect notes to view the newly added clues. Okay. The case of the missing veracity. The assistant meticulously compiled the case details for the detective in neat handwriting. A trail of unknown footprints appeared at the abandoned station, a weird emoji running amok in the tavern. All clues point to the Lord Ravager Assault Pramod. The detective is back on the case. Will he be able to track down the Leviathan's footprints in the tavern? P.S. The refrigerator's cooling system is down. Remember to repair it. Scribbled handwriting jotted down by the detective at the scene. Shepherd. This guy someone comments to feed the veracity? Sounds like a fairy tale. Bruggy. There are plenty of bartenders in the Laughter's Tavern, but he's the most famous one. Rumor has he still hasn't paid off the tab from that time he cracked open the wine cellar. Unread, feeding a Leviathan corny jokes. Crazy idea. I highly doubt his wordplay will be enough for the veracity to feast on. Divide Chungus. The aspiring Pathstrider of veracity. What? Is that why he has so much food? He's got... He's got 2 trays of meatballs, 2 bowls of ramen with chashu pork and eggs, a sundae, some... What are they called? Taiyaki? Oh, he's got 3 trays of, maybe it's takoyaki and taiyaki. This is taiyaki, right? And then, drink of the world's end's best beer, or something. Is beer, I don't know, wine, something. Divide Chungus. What have you got for me? You two asking about the veracity? You thinking about walking that path? Like the path of veracity? Do I need to eat everything in sight? You got it. The kids always dream big. Some are bulldozers, some are monsters. And I am Ouroboros. I and the match. You're not even red yet. Can you talk normal? Stop gulping for air. I swore to become a veracity Pathstrider. I ate everything. Nasty, tasty, everything I could chew. Ah, that's enough. Finally, I pinched my nose and swallowed Lou's mold, and they looked at me. Ouroboros? Nah, aha, very regrettable. He thought it was funny and stupid that you would eat mold. Okay, well, that's not mold. Not all mold necessarily is bad. But I've never tried blue cheese and I don't intend to. Enough already! I'm telling you, it was all bluffing. The fools didn't lose. Henry and Dorothy, when the veracity wasn't looking, rolled up their skin like a crepe, snatched it up, and bolted. Then, poof, they were gone. Even Cosmicon Collective don't got a veracity card. I already filed a formal complaint with the organizers. Oop. You should be putting this much effort into your studies. Okay, so normally Hoyoverse, well, at least Genshin food looks pretty bad. The meatballs or whatever these are, they look way too low poly, but the ramen actually looks pretty decent. Another version of the story, Unroot didn't tell lame joke he and Dorothy made off with the Ahas with the Eon shed skin. Dorothy, haven't seen that name in ages. She has ties to Unroot too? Ashvale, what you got about Dorothy? Okay. Why is this... Why? Okay, why is talking to him so finicky? They say a dull pen beats a sharp memory. My memory is dull and my pen's not much better. Then you must have a lot of stationery. Ah, kindred spirit. Miss, it seems you're one of us as well. I've met far too many fools who can't even read. Oddly enough, those of us who truly love learning are the rare ones. Interested in studying the knowledge of the laughter? I have a reference book here. You can have it. Okay, I'm not gonna read all of that. Like, I'm not gonna narrate all this. Imaginary tree mentioned. In this version, Enru didn't try telling a joke or whatever, but he tried to... Frick. Okay, this is... So this is like... This is like... Laboon from One Piece, kind of. Everyone is a driller? Argenti, where art thou? They stuck bananas to okay, so it's like the art exhibitions where they just duct tape the banana to the wall, right? That's just what that's what it's referring to. At which point the actual Knights of Beat rounded them all up. Okay. Since to punish them, they would have to acknowledge that these. Okay, okay, there's the catch-22. All right, they got played. This feels completely made up, but thanks anyway. Oh, please, thank the seniors. To Kamal this book, they offended every eon they possibly could and narrowly escaped death at the hands of each and every one of them. As for me, I'm just the one who keeps the book circulating. Hey, friends, how's your first day at school? Sparksy's here to pick you up after class. Where were you just now? You opened the door for us and just disappeared. Don't tell me you're up to something again. Of course she is. What do you mean? So down to me, you're breaking Sparksy's heart here. That whole foolish thing I took on every emoji in the tavern by myself. Fought them all the way to the end of the world and even wore my mask down to nothing. Honestly, this place runs on rumors. Aha's being chased by the Veracity. Aha chases the Veracity. We won't get anywhere following stories like this. Let's go through what we know so far. Orbos versus Aha, the Veracity is frick. Okay, I'm just not. It's slime mold. That's what it is. Okay, okay. Combine. What is it? If you combine slime mold with the rock, you get a lamp, or does it have to be a firecracker plant or something? I don't know. Yeah, it's a complete mess. So after a bit of thought, Lady Sparksy came up with a brilliant idea. I borrowed a nifty little gadget from a friend. Sorry. The unreal Spark and Spark! No idea how it works, but apparently the slide bulb makes you smarter the moment you put it on. Does this friend know you borrowed it? Was it? Oh my goodness, I already forgot that dude's name. The one who made the Pokemon thing. Oh my goodness. Sapramata has a gun to our heads, and this is what you're worried about? He'll find out one day. Well then, I'll go first. Doesn't look very reliable. Are you sure about this? No worries, if anything goes wrong, my friend in the head will protect me. Alright, girl. Ding. Doesn't seem to have any effect. No, it's working perfectly. I get it now. All of it. No need to dance around. Our enemy is the Lord Ravager. There's only one question we need answered. How does the Sop Pramod plan to destroy the elation? Correction. The effect is very obvious. Judging by Nanook's habit of picking Lord Ravagers, I wouldn't be surprised if a Sop Pramod was once a masked fool and therefore knows Aha's weakness. The Arcadia is like a microcosm of eons and paths. People indulge themselves in fabricated happiness, unable to pull themselves away from it. Many have expressed their concerns. This is an elation. Aha's playing with fire. A classic social realist deduction. Old-fashioned but effective. We're closing in on the truth. Shut up. I'm thinking. How do people do this? Yes, the answer is all about review. Oh, it's gonna be complete and utter nonsense, isn't it? You are Assault from Mod, Sparksy! Do you have evidence? Of course, the truth is so simple that everyone overlooked it. The evidence is... You were the first person I met when I got off the express. If I am Assault from Mod, would you and Grey Hair have been able to walk out of the school alive? Nice one. Also, is it just me, or do her eyes actually look darker? Yeah, fair point. Just take that thing off already. That's weird, I thought I was on the right track. Let me give you a lesson. Deduction isn't about people skills, it's about smart tricks and flawless logic. I think it really did make her eyes darker. Watch and learn! Sparkle, a master of the classic whodunit, has entered the chat. Oh, okay. You change your clothes just for this? First of all, Ouroboros likes to eat. Secondly, whatever they eat disappears completely. Therefore, veracity is also a form of destruction. I mean, yeah, okay. I'm following for now. There's the classic mystery of one culprit, two identities. The one trying to kill Elation... Wait. Okay, I don't know. The Lord Ravager is Assault from Mod, played by the veracity. Okay. That doesn't... That doesn't even give us anything new, though. What am I even saying? Classic whodunit? This is more like classic Who's the Dummy. I get it now. All this thing does is make wild guesses sound reasonable. I was trying to figure out how to word it, yeah. It just gives you a bajillion... It just turns up your confidence factor by, like, 100. So far, that's the most accurate piece of information we've gotten. No need to be so serious, detective. Oh, you show us what you've got. By the way, what type of detective are you? Me, I'm the tough guy type. I don't waste time on useless details. I am straight at the heart of the problem. Not wrong. Assault from Mod is a mixed weapon to assassinate Aha. Whatever his plan may be, the target doesn't change. Remember, as far as humanity knows, there are only 3 ways an Eon can fall. The broader path engulfs a narrower one, a divine warfare between Eons, and... The third one, what was it again? I don't remember. But this one is when Zype overtook Enna. This one was when Tazirant was killed. What's the third one? Forcing an Eon to turn away from their own path. Was this stated before? It's kind of implied that things like they are bound to their primum mobile. But I don't think it was stated like this before. This is supposed to be new information, right? And I don't think we have an example of this. At least, do we? Maybe. Whichever it is, none of it sounds remotely connected to Plain Arcadia. So what makes you so certain Assault from Mod is here on business, not on vacation? Because we folks just dug up one heck of a treasure from underground. And in the stories tied to them, we've unearthed more than a few names worth paying attention to. Scarecrow, I guess he can be considered an old friend of mine. This guy actually wrote a book? Huh? Okay. What? Belly of the Veracity managed to escape after plucking their shadow. What? Oh goodness, I already forgot. Whatever, I'm just gonna go with them. An old pal can't stop long. He goes on and on about death being a solitary feast, but I just saw him last week, alive. I see your cleaner. Please introduce us sometime. I'm just gonna go down the list. Bragi? Forget it. He's good behind the bar, but slippery as an eel. Ask him to work for an Anouk, and he'd run away on the spot. The former bartender of the tavern. Everyone knows him. Couldn't be him. Dorothy. That's just a title. Anyone with a girlish heart can call themselves Dorothy. Between you and me, Director Sparkle used that name once too. Guess when? Looks like this clue has little value to it. Scarecrow. Him? He got trouble in Okay. Yeah, I tried to conspired with Ra's al Ghul to send fear into the air and whatever. He caused trouble in Gotham City a few days ago. Pearl threw him into prison. I knew, I was the one who caught him. En route. Right, he's the one I can't stop thinking about. The stories change every time, but they all circle back to the same logic. En route defeated the Veracity by some means. You're right. Then who is this En route? Do you know him? En route. Hey, Sampo, what you doing here? Wait, what if Sampo is en route? Of course she does. Oh, hey, it's my acheron. Everyone in the tavern knows that name. Long ago, its owner grew tired of jokes, cast aside his mask, and walked away. Okay, so it is Sampo. Assuming he's not joking, which he might be, but it is Sampo then, because we know Sampo threw away his mask. Some say he became a morning actor, others say he jumped onto Ix's black hole. Well, none of that matters. What truly matters is that you have my unreal sparks and spark. Heck. I knew it. Give it back, give it back. That's a big order my client wants immediately. Wait, what? Oh! Oh, that light bulb thing. What do you mean give it back? I just wandered off and I happened to find it on the way, so I brought it home. You want it? Here, take it now. Absolutely not. Wait, right now this doesn't sound like it. This doesn't sound like you at all. Wait. No, if it's a no, it's a no. I guess I'll keep it. Bye bye. She's gonna poof. Oh, okay. She literally did poof. Okay. Get back here. Sir, do you need to hire a private detective? Hey. Can you catch her for me? Of course, I'll have that thing returned to you safe and sound in half a day. But in exchange, I'd like you to elaborate a bit more on what you were saying. Oh, so that's why you're here. No, old Sampo's intel isn't cheap. Waving the fee won't cut it, will it? Name your price. Put on Pearl's tab. Ah, just kidding. Money talk's boring. Besides, the Astral Express and I go way back. I wouldn't scam you too. The en route you're looking for lives up to the name. There's nowhere he can't reach. Only places he hasn't been yet. He's the gold standard of the masked fools. He only shows up when he's least welcome. A morning actor's stage, a friend's wedding, even inside the Veracity's mouth, all for the sake of a good laugh. That lines up. Sounds like the origin of the legend. So he's a friend of yours? Not a chance. Back when old Sampo was still a kid, en route was already named in the history books. He left the tavern during the Second Prosperity. They say after hearing 30 trillion jokes he never laughed again. Before he left, en route said one thing that, at the time, no one cared about. Elation has been dead for a long time. I don't understand. Where'd he go after he left the tavern? The tavern has 10,000 mouths, all telling different stories. All I know is this. He said he was headed for the true world's end, and then vanished without a trace. The narrator said something about the true world's end is not at the tavern. How do you know all this? I've been around long enough to have my own channels, just trust old Sampo. And about catching Sparksy. Leave it to me, I keep my word. Alright, buddy. Greet the expert invited by Yao Guang. Okay. See, you only need that 10% of the story to be true. The last thing he said was really scary. So many unanswered questions about en route. He is said to be tied to Assault Pramod somehow. But our leads at the tavern have run their course. Let's go pay a visit to another expert next. Who are you ringing up? Who are you calling? Fugue? And Ron May, okay. Speaking of the devil, only a Shenzo general could have arranged something like this, I suppose. I'm surprised as well. You've only just left M Forest and already you've managed to draw the attention of another Lord Ravager. Miss Ron May and Miss Tingyin? We're here by General Yao Guang's request. It seems we arrived just in time. You're a hologram and you're still sitting in the chair that's here. Okay. At first I only came because the Shenzo extended an invitation and seemed impolite to refuse. Now that I'm here I see it was well worth the trip. So, let me get to the point. Orbos has long been dead. Their death was merely buried beneath layers of secrecy. Hardly surprising, they disappeared after the storm disaster and there is many different opinions on where they went. The Intelligentsia Guild claims the Veracity ate their fill and entered hibernation. I don't buy it. Those scholars are fond of post-meal naps themselves, likely just projecting their own habits. You seem surprisingly calm, which makes sense. After all, the shadow in your right hand is evidence as well. Why don't you tell everyone what happened to the Galaxy Rangers back on Von Walk? I have not actually read Von Walk's lore, so I would not know. Von Walk. Sprightly Von Walk. I've heard there's a peculiar phenomenon that occurs on that rainforest planet. Plants multiply and grow, and then are harvested like wild grasses, cycle repeating every few decades. Almost identical to the Phantasm games. But how are the two connected? When you hear plants and growth, shouldn't that make you think of abundance? Huh? Wait. I don't follow. Seems you figured it out. Help me out here. By coincidence, abundance is another thing the two worlds have in common. When coincidences pile up, they cease to be coincidences, Mr. Ashvale. So there's another one of those trees planted there, okay. No, leader of the Galaxy Rangers, Mr. La Mancha, perhaps you could explain this to our nameless friend. Back on Von Walk, I'd already long since stopped being a ranger. Your conjecture is basically correct, Miss Ron May. You're not the only genius to take life as a subject of study. By the time I arrived, the atavistic experiment was already approaching its final phase. Dr. Primitive had set his sights on an ancient Leviathan. Beneath Von Walk's surface, there also lay the remains of the Veracity. You stopped him. The Rangers stopped him. Back then, Mr. N was still human. Okay. Now, deep beneath Ahatopia, another corpse of the Leviathan lies buried. Wait, so are they both like the molted shells or what? If I'm not mistaken, there are countless other worlds carrying out the same ritual. Aha sealed Ouroboros' body among the stars, suppressed it with abundance, siphoned the power of the path of veracity, and called it a game. This is what people call the Phantasm games. Aha! Why'd they do such a thing? You may remember the Express once delivered a Leviathan's carcass to me. That wasn't the only one in my collection. Wait, what? By arranging remains from different eras in sequence, I discovered something rather intriguing. At a certain moment over 1,000 Amber Eras ago, just as Akavili began traveling in pursuit of their ideal, all creations of the Veracity lost the same organ, their taste buds. What does that imply? The purpose of consumption changed, be they spawns, depth crawlers, or void song whales. Their genetic markers encoding gustatory organs vanished entirely. Creatures walking the path of veracity became nothing more than biological black holes, consuming without discrimination. This is not natural evolution. Through the simulated universe, I identified the point of divergence in history. A concept had disappeared from the path of veracity. Consider this. What do taste buds provide? They let us taste things so we can decide if we like them or not. Yummy flavors? Precisely. Saving something's aftertaste is an act of elation. So Aha stole the original Prima Mobile of the Veracity? The simulated universe proves nothing on its own, but the primal desires of life have always been entangled. Think of it as my intuition. The conflict between the eons of elation and veracity stretches all the way back to primordial times. Okay, so Aha's not just a baby then. How long ago did Graphia... Frick. How many people know about this? There used to be 2. I only told Yu Ching 2. Now there are 5. After this, I can't be sure. Yu Ching 2 is the one that makes that weird toothpaste cocktail, right? Exploit the old conflict between Aha and Ouroboros to ignite a divine war, or allow intersecting paths to devour one another. Of the 3 known ways to kill an Eon, the Arcadia fulfills at least 2. Now who still thinks Assault Pramod is here on vacation? Well, you still haven't explained where it came from. You mean the shadow? It has nothing to do with Von Watt. Oh? Call it a twist of fate. This isn't my first encounter with the Astral Express, nor my first time dealing with the Lord Ravager. Yeah, the first, Tyrannin and Zulo, I think. Were you there to help fight Zulo? I can't remember. When my home is When my home is destroyed by Zulo, I had a brief encounter with a former navigator, Tyrannin. A navigator of the Express? Yes. Oh, Starseer, I see. He'd already retired by then. Where's Tyrannin? What about Tyrannin then? Oh, but that would also... Wait, no, this name was definitely mentioned before, prior to that trailer, right? When I was confused. When I was just kind of laughing at how it's like, IC. The name is literally IC. He was the one who told me about the shadow. According to IC, it was one of many remnants left behind when the Express first carved paths along the edges of the cosmos. I led the Rangers to suppress the shadow and devised the plan to assassinate Zulo, but I never learned why it was there in the first place. Don't you find it strange, Mr. Ashvale? Strange? Tingen worried. When coincidences pile up, they cease to be coincidences. Like an experiment with results that are too perfect, it's enough to send a chill down your spine. If you don't mind, let's walk through the whole thing once more. Earlier, what did you 2 uncover in the tavern? Someone suspected to be Assault Pramod knew about the Veracity secret. Before disappearing, he said he was headed for the end of the world. And then, who did he say the shadow belonged to? A former navigator. The shadow was a remnant left behind when he charted the cosmos. Are they trying to say that this Ashvale is Assault Pramod? Wait, no. No way, right? If the world's end isn't the tavern, then where is it? I don't know if anyone can answer that question, not even Akavili. Oh. What was with that sound effect and music stop? There's no one here. There's no one else here. Where'd everyone go? Wait, don't tell me. En route only goes where he isn't welcome. After leaving the tavern, he went to the Astral Express. Wait. I don't understand. I don't understand. The detective game is over. That's Assault Pramod's voice. Lord Ravager Assault Pramod is back. The laughter, but he's joke. Heading for the true. So the Astral Express is the true world's end. Haven't in a long time, old friend. Um. I don't like this. I have to say, not many people can make me change my plans. Whether in the past or present, you've always been one of them. So it is you. You know how it is, kid. I've always enjoyed arriving uninvited. Oh dear. Pearl said she would arrange a ferry to pick us up at the Seafold City dock. The place where we're going holds clues about Graphia? Really? Alright, well... Bit of a break switching POVs, so... Okay, dude, there's just something about this that's just so... Okay, well, I feel like they definitely... Obviously, it's not a focus, it's just like the overworld, which isn't like the main focus of the game. But, like, they could have made it a little more translucent, but still. This sort of view, when you're not thinking about this stuff, it just looks nice. But okay. Let's do pulls for Yao Guang. Cause, yeah, maybe if I tried really hard and did some super hard optimizations, I'd be able to 40k. 60k, the current pure fiction. I'm pretty sure I did try with my full E2 acheron. E2S1 acheron, but I can't remember. But I'm gonna need Yao Guang for my Evanescence team anyway. So, let's do my pulls. Wrong one. Well, let's see. I am 4 pity in. I have just under 200 pulls in Jade. But, here we go. Nope. 14. 24. Nope. 34. Nope. Oh, I finally got this. That's finally my S5. Frick, I forgot what that was called. 44. Nope. 54. Nope. 64. Nope. 74. Nope. Okay, pushing it. 84. 75. 76. Okay. I need to make sure I have enough for the Fate pull so I can get the Gilgamesh's free light cone, assuming they're doing the same thing as Archer. Alright, but I need Yao Guang's too, like, Yao Guang's light cone too. I mean, I do have a stash. I've already gone through this, so, well, like, yeah, this is a backup. I wouldn't consider that part of my stash anymore, but, yeah. So 18. 28. 38. Oh boy. 48. And I might need to, and I might pull for mblade too, but I'm just poor. 58. Oh boy, here we go. 68. Please! Please! 78 and still no. Oh my goodness, you're kidding me. You're kidding me. This game sucks. 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84. Oh my goodness, dude. Wow. That sucks. Now I barely have anything for her light cone. Okay. 7 Pidion. 17. 27. 37. Okay. 75, 25. 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. Okay, salvaged. Salvaged, okay. I didn't have to redeem anything more. Yeah, friggin' this sort of stuff, like the after pull currency in Wuwa, I pulled for Hyuki using my Astrites, because it didn't occur to me that the collab banners doesn't allow you to redeem for pulls using this stuff. So I might be screwed. I don't know. Because I had like 170 pulls worth of this equivalent for Wuwa. Alright, well... I am officially poor. Couldn't have given me like... I don't know, man. Let's just build her. If there's both Yao Guang and EMC, I'm assuming Yao Guang uses Divine of Distant Reach, right? Because that is like for her, while EMC gets moved to just pure speed. But yeah, I got pretty good speed pieces on this speed. Did you use crit rate or speed actually for it? I don't remember. I mean, if I just looked at her kit, I'm sure I could see. I'm just looking it up. Crit damage over crit rate, okay. I guess she gets a bunch of crit rate in combat from her kit anyway. Which means this piece will be good. Assuming it rolls into, you know. Bro. Can I get a little bit of speed? Thank you. Ooh, and it's a high roll. And she also uses, she would use Broken Keel, for Evanesha, right? Or at least only one character would use this. I guess would use Lushaka for the energy. I don't know her energy breakpoints. But okay, I don't understand why it starts using the lowest level. It should use the highest level ones. Nah, frick. I don't know if I did all my PGR event stuff. I don't know if they time out in 6 minutes or an hour and 6 minutes.
浮き沈みなんてよくあることよ。いちいち気にすることはないの。もし本当に異様なき方眼なんかになっちゃったら、逆に面白くなくなりそうよね。
What talents?
この先、さらに新たな変数が出てくるのかな。この先、さらに新たな変数が出てくるのかな。
Oh, I need to farm more. Okay. Is this worth it? Yeah, probably. Well, maybe. She is more of support, but let's do this for, I don't know, survivability reasons, I guess, maybe. It's so weird when I'm using my Evanesha for farming. There's like literally no one has Yao Guang as set as a support. I don't know. Oh, and I'm low on those. Yeah, the crayons. Alright, well, I think that's okay for now. Let's just, I guess you did use Lushaka. Let's just do that. And, ooh. Is she getting crit rate from somewhere else as well? So she would have 41 crit rate here. I mean, there's always this one, so... Oh yeah, 10 speed, yeah. But I'll... I know for max speed, my maximum speed isn't actually... 2-piece speed, it's just rainbow, but... Yeah. If I really need to, I'll stick it into an optimizer later to help me figure out what the max speed is. Okay, 195 speed. Sure. And let's... yeah. Where are you? Alright, cool. I have premium Evanesha team. Goody. And let's continue. Pa. No. Pop. Wait. Miss Eka, it is an honor to, well, shall I say, be of service to you again? Do I know you? To be honest, when Madame Pearl invited you to visit the Perlux Tower, I was supposed to be your guide. I ended up being replaced by a total fraud. Oh, you're the guy that Nihilux snuck into her place. My name is Feld. By order of Madame Pearl, I will be escorting you to your destination. Thank you, Mr. Feld. You were too kind. I followed the battle in Seafeld City very closely. Serving a hero such as yourself is a true privilege. I assume Madame Pearl has already briefed you on our destination? She only told me to come here. I see. It so happens that Madame Pearl is tied up with an unforeseen event, so allow me to brief you in her stead. The destination of our boat journey is a hotel known as Inkford Hermitage. Yeah, Himiko told us that. It is situated at the end of a Dubbrook tributary that ultimately flows into the sea. It is one of the points where the world of canvas intersects with reality. What does this have to do with Graphia? Well, Graphia's former residence was located there. Hey, Nihilux. Legend says the miraculous encanvassing of the mortal world happened there. Would Madame Pearl, a die-hard fan, pass up a sacred site like that? Nihilux, when do you get here? Well, word is that Madame Pearl just flicked her wrist, signed a check with an astronomical figure, and bought the whole plot of land. She also snatched up every single piece of Graphia's lost work she could find, without bothering to verify their authenticity. I guess money really does let you do whatever you want. That's not even the half of it. I don't know where her obsession comes from, but she's dead set on the idea that Graphia is still alive. If she gets even a whiff of anything remotely related to Graphia, she's got her people on it with the snap of a finger. But all they could find were imaginary knockoffs, random, pretty redheads based on nothing but imagination. I bet her reaction went something like this. Objective, locate the original. Error, detecting excessive quantity of low-quality merchandise. You, I remember you. You're that fraudster from Perlux Tower. Took you that long to interject. Perlux Tower? I've never set foot in that place in my life. She sounds so nervous. Like, yeah, no, I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, I know it's you. I've seen the footage. You're wearing the exact same outfit. Yeah, no one wears a disguise. Hello? Slip from the otherwise perfect plan. Relax, your job is safe this time. Cut it out, you scoundrel. You can't talk your way out of this. Who exactly are you? This is the author of the Fluffy. This is the author of Fluffy across the blue QR code. Huh. Is that so? My apologies. How rude of me, Miss Cole. It's an honor to finally meet the face behind the work. Please pardon my yelling. I didn't know. Yeah, no worries. No worries. Are you headed to Inkford Hermitage as well? Or there's two big fellas behind you. Yes, well, would you believe if I said I was going on vacation? Miss QR code. Let's book here. You're being transported under escort. Your current credit balance is in the negative. Madame Pearl has offered you a lifeline by asking you to complete the next volume of the Fluffy. Gotta work off your debt, girl. Well, this is not my fault, remember? Alloy, a King Pom Pom from Pearlix Tower, I tried to put everything on Pearl's tab, but she found out and charged it back to me. Nice one. Yup. Who knew a figurine could be so expensive? It cost me more than my entire savings. Nice one. You actually have savings? Alright, so it's mine then? No way, obviously, it's all Madame Pearl's fault. So you're escorting her to shall we say, an intensive creative retreat? Correct. The objective is to deliver the manuscript and clear her debts. The estimated duration is 56 days. Hear that echo? It's not a hotel, it's hell. Where you get whipped for not finishing your scripts on time. Good luck with that. Seems like the deadline is actually deadly. Here it is. Here's our cruise. The boat has arrived. When you're ready, let's begin our journey to Inkford Hermitage. Please, find your step as you board. Ooh, snowy environment. But the water's a little... The water texture is still just very plain. We've arrived. This is the snowy shore of the canvas world, Inkford Hermitage. The actual place looks quite nice, though. Are those wispy floating on the water? I don't see anything. Mighty Wish Power, Mighty Superstar! Oh dear, there are so many wispy. They're blocking the boat's route. Oh, way over there. But no need to panic. Please follow my lead. Am I supposed to just use this tunnel to get off? Pulling for mblade is gonna be pain. I only have 24 days to get that thing. And then... friggin... oh yeah, I am supposed to. And then friggin... Fate collab. Icebox fragile, okay. Being mobbed by something. Okay. Look, it's going to snow. Oh, I can collect them. Ah! Yeah, save talking for a second. I thought we were going to hit an iceberg or something. It's not a Titanic, girl. Why are they surrounding us? Probably sense your wish power. You are the Fantasman game superstar, no? Eh, where'd you come from? Look, one's trying to hitch a ride on you. Is this a wispy? When do you get on me? Must have been when we came ashore. What a devoted fan. Escalator outside. Yeah, seems totally legit. Everyone, welcome to Inkford Hermitage. I was imagining Benzai Tengoku style manor or something. So you demolished your idol's old residence and replaced it with a luxury hotel? Of course not. Benzai Tengoku vanished more than 1,000 years ago. The original structure is long lost to time. The IPC only chose this location because this is one of the weakest points between reality and the world on canvas. Many Imaginae are born every day, but just as many ancient lineages of Imaginae hide themselves away in the world on canvas once their wish powers dry up, but just as many, or as they grow weary of the mortal world. This is the final stop before they enter into the world of canvas, and this is where they bid farewell to reality. The rest here organize memories spanning centuries and pass beyond the point of no return. Rumor has it that Graphia's soul appears from time to guide those weary Imaginae on their path. There's a sense of parting in the air. No wonder the soul of the mother Imagenesis feels an attraction. For a creator, this must be the finest well of inspiration. Miss Colt, now that you're in this well too, you ought to make the most of it. Let's go. I'll lead the way. Oh dear. That's not good. But surely Assault Pramod didn't need to do that to find this place. No. I'm gonna go up the wrong way. I think that's a little bit weird. Is that? Oh, the golden tree in the distance? Well, we call it the Myriad Wish Grove. It is said that before returning the canvas, the Imaginae go there to return their wishes and travel light. Oh, frick. I cut off the dialogue, didn't I? Yeah, I guess I'll just have to go find all the treasures and whatever to pull for mblade. Like, I'm down for mblade to unwash acheron, but at the same time, I'm just poor right now. Bud of Destruction. Where? Where exactly? Gilgamesh isn't even out yet. Ah, this one. Hello. We have arrived. The hotel staff will take over from here. I'll take my leave. It's freezing. It's cold enough for a typical snowstorm mansion murder mystery. Anyone here? Here? Hello? Hello? Honored guest, my apologies for the late welcome. Yep. No wonder it's so cold. It's an actual snow wispy. Hello there, little one. And the lobby manager, Casper. You have a very high body temperature. Please try not to overheat the room. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm the popular comic artist, Blurry. The former comic artist. The former comic artist, Miss Nihilux. My true name is gone just like that. Wait, did you say former? Big shots. The big shots upstairs gave me a heads up. You're now an asset of Perlux Core. You'll be staying here until you finish your next volume. Oh, what is this called? There's a term for this. What is this called? Indentured servitude? Every guest in this hotel is imaginary, with quite a history. The Arcadian over there, that's a former superhero. Which one? Never heard of them. That one over there is one of the oldest strangelings. They're a former Kipo. These days they work as hard as they work as the hot springs manager. Kappa? Didn't that lineage of Imaginae go extinct when the IBC first arrived? There's still a few survivors of that slipped through the net. As for Casper and myself, I'm a former frost giant. A former frost giant? Little old me was once a tall and mighty majestic giant. Of course, that was back in the Cinder Earth age. So you're basically an antique who knows a bunch of old secrets. What corner did they dig you out of? From a block of ice. It's sad how a giant block of ice melts into tiny pieces over time. I've forgotten the names of most of my friends. And I have not tasted a crispy charred Void Ranger in a long, long while. Now, I could help with that! I am a current nameless. Indeed, another glittering name. Another! Another! What do you mean? Another? How's that? That is a secret. Any info on the former Graphia? Sightings of Lady Graphia are as common as the snowflakes here. Ever since the news spread that her soul would reside at the hotel, all those Imaginary who mimic her and the weirdest insist they have a connection to her have flocked here. You see, they all claim to have some sort of connection to her or hold some secret about her. I bet they're trying to scam people out of wish power and credits, just like those people who swear they're aha. You're not wrong, but whenever the higher-ups ask for a report, little old Casper can always pad it out and hand over a long list of names. Nameless, good luck with your inquiries. Bye now. X-Rust. Graph. Wrong Graphia. Graphia. Yeah. You can see me? Then I shall have no longer. Indeed, I am Graphia, the sovereign of all paintings, the source of all schools, the mother who birthed all the imagining. Your hair's not even red. Wait. It's not a vibrant red. I can't tell if this is red or brown. I feel like there's a slight tint of red to it. Unfortunately, my wish power is spent and I can no longer read my imagination arts, but you and I share a fate with just a few wish bays to aid me. I'm Graphia. If you're giving away wish bays, you should give them to me. No, I am Graphia. Does this red armor not make it obvious? I'm going to leave. Great, the more the merrier. I don't care which one of you. I don't care which. One of you help me fight a Lord Ravager. Lord Ravager? To be honest, we are Graphia, but we're not Graphia. Simply put, we're imaginary born from people's imaginations of Graphia. As for me, I was sketched by a rather unskilled illustrator for a history textbook, which explains why I look a bit rough. I'm a wispy formed from the concentrated longing for Graphia in plain Arcadia. I'm the armored goddess Graphia from the 52-episode animated series Apocalypse of Ashes, Mecha Wars. Care to witness my signature move, Dance to the Inkblade? No. So none of you are real great. Don't any of you have any guts? If you're looking for the real Graphia, I suggest you give up. I've seen countless Imaginary on the verge of exhausting their wish power, begging the mother of Imagenesis to extend their lives with her paintbrush. Not a single one has ever succeeded. In the end, only those of us making a living off of the Graphia brand are left. When it comes down to it, she's nothing more than a legend. Did Graphia really live here? Who knows, maybe the IPC made up some story to boost the hotel's revenue. I mean, the Cinder Earth Age was over 1,000 years ago. Maybe the only thing left is the longing for Graphia. Is there any way to meet her? There's one very simple way. She created all Imaginary with her brush. Word has it, she waits at the end of the world on canvas to see off those whose time has come. But every Imaginary who has seen her is, of course, dead. So dying is the only way, huh? I've done that. Casterus, when Amphorius comes back, you'll help me with this, won't you, Casterus? Right? These three aren't just fakes, they're also wackadoodles. Looks like I'll have to find another way. As I suspected, finding Graphia is never going to be easy. Besides us, there are plenty of ancient Imaginary living here, ones that have long gone extinct elsewhere. Some even claim to be original works by Graphia herself. If you're serious about finding Graphia, you should try asking them. May fortune be with you. Huh? Feel the healing power of the hot spring. Ew. Did the Amphorius hot bathhouse do that? Hey, yellow paint. Where the frick is the hot spring manager? Kappa. I sense more stray thoughts and disturbance in the water. The imaginative today are far too restless. Are you Hot Springs manager? A Kappa? I think there are still those who recognize my kind. You are quite well informed. The humans here call me Sudscore, a filthy name but fitting for this frail and wretched form. Are you here at the hot springs to wash away your stray thoughts, or just to chat with the last Kappa of Ahotopia? You're the last Kappa? As you see, my kin have either been swallowed by the muddy currents or have fled into the canvas. Long, long ago, my people lived in every river and pond in Ahotopia. We tended the crops for the artists, and in return, they painted our descendants into existence. Why have you chosen to stay in the real world? It's hard to leave one's homeland, even when my kin have entered the canvas, even when the waters here are no longer clear, and even when the new Plu tribe has replaced us. This is still my home. It needs someone who remembers the old days. As long as I remain, the Kappa line is alive. Do you know Graphia? Upon hearing that name, the withered body of Ahotopia's last Kappa begins to tremble faintly. Lady Graphia is the one who guided all Imagine. Her name shines like moonlight through my dimming memories. Back then, the demons from beyond swept in like a dark tide. The filth and flames they brought could turn even the clear stream into a toxic swamp. We Kappa are weak and could only shiver at the bottom of the rivers. But it was Lady Graphia who found us. She encouraged us, saying that every drop of clean water held power against the darkness. She taught us how to use water to protect the displaced mortals and wash away those impure monsters. Though our impact was limited, that was the most heroic area for my kind. What was Graphia like? Legend says that when she was a painter, she was a woman of radiant beauty. But in my fading memories, on the battlefield she was a warrior with flowing red hair and pigment-stained armor. Some say she fought like a demon, but to me her eyes shone brighter than the smoothest river stone. If you see clues regarding Lady Graphia, you should visit the mound behind the hotel. There are atonement statues left by Imagine there, filled with their prayers. It is also the site of Graphia's former residence. Casper likes to wander around there. He is a strangeling far older than I. Perhaps if you play in the snow with him, he might show you the way. Thank you. That's all I can tell you. After all, I am just a stubborn old Kappa trying to keep this one pool of water a little cleaner. Oh, wait. These are all... Oh, wait, never mind. Just the doggo, but... So you're here looking for Graphia's whereabouts on behalf of that Inteltron executive? I think it's unlikely that the mother of Imogenesis will see her. Why? She's a robot. She's an AI. AI-generated, quote, art is garbage. If she wanted to see her, it would have already happened. The IBC has practically turned the world and canvas upside down. You know this, right? Over 140 years ago, they brought in hackers from Punk Lord and did everything they could to blast open the passage between reality and the world on canvas. I think disturbing her world on canvas like that must have upset the mother of Imogenesis. I received the request from a friend of Graphia's. A descendant. A friend of Graphia's? Just how long has that person been alive? So that friend wanted you to find Graphia, but they didn't tell you how? Aside from a single parting request, Evanesha... Oh, that too. Evanesha had no time to leave behind any tokens or guidance, but that's not to say she left nothing at all. The only thing Evanesha left that could be a token is the mask she painted herself, right? Do I still have that mask? Do you have any bright ideas? Normally I'd suggest you play with that little snow puffball for info. That, good luck with your inquiries line definitely had a subtext. But since you're asking for a bright idea, you must have heard that in a certain corner of the universe, there's a mysterious ritual that can summon historical figures to the present day. Huh? The Holy Grail Oh my goodness, this is how they're tying it into fate. Okay, I genuinely can't remember if that was mentioned in the what was it, 3.4 main story? I don't know. I know. I've been in one. Alright, that was your big adventure in Penacony. How nice. I hope Penacony holds one too. Then, I don't need to explain the method. First, we need a catalyst. Do you have Graphia's brush or palette? Doesn't look like it. We have a descendant of her. It sounds horrible to call Himiko a catalyst. No matter, Miss Colt has got you covered. We use ley line resonance. This hotel is built on Graphia's former home. It still has a connection to her, like that vibrant golden tree. Wait, you aren't actually falling for this, are you? But you're absolutely right. Should have known asking you would be a waste of time. Sorry, I was just trying to lift the mood. Honestly, I'm a chronic deadline mister who can barely save her own skin. How am I supposed to help you? I've heard enough. Break time is over, Miss Nihilux. Get to work. Now that you understand your situation, stop wasting time. Start drawing. Writer's block. I just checked in and I have to work already. I'm not some fully automated painting Mechatron. You do know that, right? Mechatron can run for hundreds of hours straight. You cannot. That's exactly why every second counts. Now, right this second, start increasing your value as a quality asset. Frick the IPC. Is this indentured servitude, slavery? I don't friggin'... Hey, wait, this is kidnapping! Echo, help me! Now Lux is hauled away by 2 bodyguards, leaving nothing but her drawn-out cries for help echoing through the lobby. Now Lux has a point. If that Casper guy is a survivor from Cinder Earth Age, maybe he really does know something. Anyway, I'll start by asking around here. Wait, Casper, where'd you go? Sunglasses. Bow tie. Casper, are you there? Nope, I'm not. Time to go play in the snow. You found me, current nameless. I knew you'd come ask about Lady Graphia. But if I try too hard to remember things from such a long time ago, my soft, squishy head starts to throb, and then I start melting. Drip, drop, drip, drop. So much of my memory feels like it's shrouded in a blizzard, and I can't see anything clearly. I'm sorry, but I don't think I can help you. I'm just here for a snowball fight. A snowball fight? Ah, the game. The name, it feels so familiar. Feels like I had snowball fights every single day, a long time ago, shaping the snow into balls and flinging them at whatever strange intruders came barging in. Well then, come at me, nameless. I'm a snowball fight veteran. I won't lose. Oh. It's snowing. You keep it. Oh, it's a trick. Boomerang. Wait, what? Many years ago, Casper used to be a towering frost giant. They would often invite others to snowball fights, tossing out snowflakes, hedgehog, and gold coins as they pleased. Oh, so this is literally like the Super Mario Bros. Thing, or whatever. Which, yeah. Like the... Oh my goodness, I forgot. The spiny dude? Whatever they're called? Last frost giant. I'm too tall. Great jump, you're basically a spring. How do I go down? How do I? Oh. Snow! Woohoo! Crushed. Crushed. You better be good at dodging, Nameless. Yeah. Okay. Boom. Pop. Give me the box. This sucks. I've had my fill of fun. Things from Sin Earth Age are still a bit blurry. But I definitely met Lady Graphia. We had snowball fights. I had snowball fights with her. What was she like? She was a great painter who led us in snowball fights. She'd even paint portraits for everyone. Back then, when... nice loading. When we wanted to see her, we'd go to her doorstep, light the ground lamps, and shout, "Snowball fight!" Then Lady Graphia would poke her head out the window upstairs, unfurl a scroll, and whoosh, slid right down onto the snow. Then we'd have snowball fights against the Void Rangers together under the giant moon. If we won, I got to swallow the Void Rangers. Oh, they're so crispy and tasty. Can you remember anything else? There was someone else. Just thinking about them makes my blood boil. A Sopramod, I assume? He was a snowball fight master. I remember one time 8 of us teamed up to challenge him. But that guy knocked us all down with his massive snowballs like it was nothing. All from so far away. 6 of my friends were lying on the ground feeling beat. Losing the game got everyone so down that no one uttered a word. Never mind. Probably not him. I don't know. As for me, I think I got hit right in the neck. I saw my own giant body thud onto the ground and my chin felt ice cold. 8 people in the Phantasm games? Perhaps Snowball Fight is a euphemism for the Sin Earth Age of Wars? So in that round of the Phantasm games, Graphia must have fought a terrifyingly powerful opponent. Seems only she and Casper survived the fight. So maybe it is a Sopramod then. I don't know. Have you seen Graphia since? I saw her once. Just once. By then, Ahatopia had already been transported into the canvas. It was so quiet and lonely. I couldn't find my other 6 friends, but I remember where Lady Graphia lived. So I went right to her front door again, lit the ground lamps, and shouted, "Snowball fight!" Felt like only a second had passed, just the blink of an eye, yet somehow it also felt like forever. At last I saw her drift out. She held me and cried, saying, "I'm sorry, and you've done well," over and over. It was just one lost game. We could have won it back some other time, but that was the last I saw of her. Thank you, Casper. You've done well all these years. Why are you saying that too? It's making me feel all strange. That's all about Casper can remember. If you're still up for fun games, come find me for another snowball fight sometime. So to summarize, Casper likes to light the ground lamps and call for her near Graffia's old home. Now where can I find those ground lamps? What do you know? Can I just pick this up? Technically, you shouldn't be moving set pieces here without permission, but in a crisis like this, who cares about a few measly hotel management regulations? In any case, once you're done borrowing it, you can always play a couple rounds of snowball fights with Casper to make up for it. Alright. Oof. It has been 2 hours and 16 minutes. I'm going to call it here. It's a little bit shorter than usual than I would have liked, but I'm unfortunately not feeling it to continue tonight. 2 hours is still a pretty good amount of time. Got through a bunch of story. Did my Yao Guang pulls. Unfortunately got unlucky with Yao Guang herself. What, going to 86? Really? That's almost like hard pity. I don't think I've ever gone to hard pity. But at least I got decent, relatively early on her Lycone and won the 75-25, so yeah. So as is often the case, there is a lot of yapping. I mean, it is a story game, and it's not like built up to the whole plain arcade climax yet. And the first half of the patch is like most of the, I guess, the actual doing stuff happens later. But yeah, new snowy place, nice. So yeah, I'm going to call it for this stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're lurking, thanks for lurking. If you're watching the VOD, thanks for watching the VOD. And if you dropped by and left, probably won't hear or see this unless you go over the VOD, but, you know, thanks for dropping by. If you enjoyed this and on my other content, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing. If you're on YouTube, if you're on Twitch, consider dropping a follow. I'd really appreciate it. So, next stream, because I didn't realize that Honkai Star Rail was getting an update, you know, today on Sunday instead of the usual Tuesday. I was intending to stream Honkai next week. And so this week, tomorrow... well, normally I would be streaming tomorrow, main story for this, but, I got asked to, come into work, and I agreed because I wasn't, last week I wasn't expecting to have it, have a specific Honkai Star Rail stream tomorrow on Monday, so, yeah. Unfortunately, no stream tomorrow. I'm most likely going to continue this the day after, though, on Tuesday, and then look to finish it up on... to finish the 4.3 story up on Wednesday. Assuming this isn't, like, a shorter one. If I finish it on Tuesday, great. If I don't, well, Wednesday. It's perfectly fine. For videos... I don't have anything in queue. I'm going through some of my past, stream VODs to... get some shorts, but I'm going to actually gonna need to figure out and record a clear for Pure Fiction, which hopefully I should be able to do now. And then Memory of Chaos, and then yeah, the work on the King Pom Pom guide, which I haven't started yet. Anything else? I think that's about all I can think of. So, once again, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye!